You had to go in, I see. This is a lot of food. What's going on here?
This is me on my 21st birthday at a Los Angeles IHOP. How did I get there? Well, the day before, I drove up to LA from San Diego with my dad, who flew in from Illinois, so we could spend the night at a hotel in Hollywood. Why? Because my dad said he figured it would be great encouragement on my road to superstardom if I literally woke up in Hollywood. You know, get used to the feeling because this is going to be your life one day, I believe in you type of thing. Definitely taking visualization to the next level. It was cute, I must say. I also must say that I still haven't made it big yet, so sorry, Dad. Working on it every day. Anyway, it was now April 2014. 2 years and some change of college done and only a few months left to go. Had it taken a toll? Yes. I was freaking out. And that past year was starting to dawn on me that if I didn't find a job, one that would pay enough for me to sustain myself in Southern California, I would have to move back in with my parents after graduating. And as you can probably guess, I still hadn't found one. Also, there was my roommate situation. Let's just say that after Josh, Steve, and Seth left, things got unpredictable. First, I had a guy named Dominic, who was pretty cool. I mean, he had to be to still live with me after overhearing some of the things I was recording. Then I got a guy named Curtis, who was also pretty cool. There was just the guy he had stay with us towards the end of his residency, who I'm pretty sure was on some type of extraterrestrial substance.
Hey, when the check gonna come? Rain track. Sweated it. Hey, Grandma said I've been sweating it. Hey, when it's swear to God. Hey, I don't even got one. Generally real slam. It's my life. You failed to realize that I'm insane but sane at the same time. He said, "Get my computer." When the check gonna come? Oh.
More on him one day. Maybe. Next, there was Anthony, who was having boisterous people over every night, experimenting with more than a few substances and locking me out of the bedroom to make woohoo with his girlfriend just to eventually get kicked out by the school for having drug paraphernalia. And lastly, there was Adam, who I didn't really see all that much at first because he was seemingly always out doing Adam things, which may or may not have included being an EDM DJ. Either way, it worked for me because it was like the whole apartment was mine for a few months. Until he got like me and started staying in, along with his girlfriend. Which wasn't really sanctioned by the school, much like Curtis's friend, but hey, I wasn't tripping. Besides, that wasn't the problem. The problem was that I'm 103% sure I picked up a sinus infection from one of them. Because I didn't just get a 103-degree fever from nowhere. Believe it or not, I managed to not be sick for the entire 2 years and change of college up until that point, so it had to be them. There was a lot of wild activity in the apartment since Adam started being around more, so it made sense. Never having a sinus infection before, I thought it was just a normal cold. I bought juice. I bought Dayquil and NyQuil. I stayed home from school one day. Now, you'd think after the 10th straight day of wondering, hey, maybe I should do something about this blood coming out of here, and why are these Kleenex prices so high? This is ridiculous. I would have done something. But nah, in classic Melvin fashion, I didn't. Because for Melvin Burch, it's not a crisis until it's a crisis. And slowly dying wasn't a crisis to me. Instead, a crisis was being frustrated about not being able to taste anything, then reading that not being able to taste things is something that could be permanent if not treated. Yep, that was what shook me. For all I know, I could have died there in my twin bed if not for my happening to discover that eating, one of my favorite pastimes, could be rendered pointless for me. So, fearing that I would lose the ability to savor my precious grease, I finally took action. Accompanied by Christian, I went to the ER and learned that I had a sinus infection. I was promptly medicated and luckily everything was cleared up. I was back to Norman, as the Rugrats would say. But my life was still blazing ahead, right into uncertainty. If you thought I was going to make it through the rest of college unscathed, you've got another thing coming. Specifically, Book 6, Chapter 12 coming. Duh.